The Minister of Transportation diverted the project that was going to the southeast to Gombe to the north. I was laughing. Rotimi Amechi, an Igbo man, when he was Minister of Transportation under Buhari, he said he begged Niger Republic people to construct railway from Katsina to Niger Republic. All right. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. This is what is trending. It is important I bring it to your notice, not because we are going to do anything about it. Now, Nigerian Transport Minister, that is the Minister of Transportation, diverted 3 billion railway project from southeast to home state, Gombe, for political gain. This man you are seeing on the screen, the Minister of Transportation, Senator Saidu Ahmed, he diverted project of $3 billion railway project from southeast to his home state, Gombe. And in that Senate, you know, we have somebody like Kojo's Okando, Naya Baribe. To mention but few, we have a lot of them there. What are they doing? Nothing. They can't represent you in the Senate. They can't bring development to your area. They can't protect you people. You people are dying anyhow. They can't do anything meaningful to them. You know why I'm saying this? Every now and then, there is nobody that will come out to talk rubbish about my videos and contents. You know why? Because everything I say, or everything I have said here, just give it a few months, it will come to pass. I reported, you know, this issue when they brought the budget. I spent 3 days studying the budget. Now, I said there is nothing like development, you know, budget for the southeast. I was not seeing anything compared to other regions. After 2 days, I made the video. This man, what is it called? Is he not Labour Party senator in Anambra State? He came to the Senate floor and made this video. Take a watch.
I was waiting to hear that the president will build the Port Harcourt-Maiduguri railway line, which is the Eastern Rail Line. You will recall that I brought a motion here for the federal government to build the Eastern Rail Line, and that motion was co-sponsored by 35 senators. It was unanimously resolved that the president should build standard gauge rail from Port Harcourt to Maiduguri. All the senators on that corridor co-sponsored that motion. So I was expecting a legacy project, Eastern Rail Line, running from Port Harcourt to Maiduguri. But it does appear that it has been overlooked again. Looking at the budget...
We have not seen the details now. This is
I've seen the provision on land transportation. What we have there is 223 billion. 223 billion. We have looked at it, and it is obvious with the ongoing projects from Kaduna to Kano, Kano to Maladi, and other rail lines under construction, that Port Harcourt-Maiduguri rail line can hardly be there. So I want to draw the attention of the Senate to that. Let's hope that it is in the breakdown as you are hoping, but in the event that it is not there, I would like the Senate to intervene.
Yeah, to set the record straight, I will allow you to watch the video to the end, but not now. Later, you will watch it at the end of this video. So what is happening? What is happening is that everything I said that time, it is now people are beginning to raise alarm. Okay? It's now, this is the period, everybody's now, hey, this man diverted, the Minister of Transportation diverted the project that was going to the southeast to Gombe to the north. I was laughing. Rotimi Amechi, an Igbo man, when he was Minister of Transportation under Buhari, he said he begged Niger Republic people to construct railway from Katsina to Niger Republic. But when you are talking about economic profit, there is nothing wrong doing a railway from Lagos to Aba for people to help your brothers who are doing business, who are importing all those things. You see, you are a senator, you are a governor, that does not give you pay. That does not give you sense. You are a House of Rep member, that does not give you sense. A lot of people are senseless. Now, in the presence of the whole so-called politician, so-called senators, House of Rep, this Minister of Transportation diverted project coming to the southeast. Not because I did not talk. Okay? Now, only this, what is it called, Labour Party senator of Anambra State, is it not Ume? I'm forgetting his name, sorry. So, it is only him that came after we must have raised that up. He now came to the Senate floor and he started, you know, telling them that it's not fair, there is no project for the Southeast. So how many times are we going to tell you people that Nigeria is not for you? Look at how they are using you people to play games here and there. They're using you people to play games here and there. We want you people, but you fail to realize security you don't have, development you don't have. When it comes to position you don't have. So what is the essence? Why are you people so dumb? I don't understand. Now, let us still understand more details about how this man, took away the development that was coming to Southeast in the presence of so-called politicians. Sahara Reporters published, and I read, Nigeria's transport minister diverted 3 billion railway project from Southeast to home state Gombe for political reason. Source. Okay. Now, this is the details of the article. It says, Nigerian Minister of Transportation, Senator Said Ahmed Al-Kande, has been accused of diverting the China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation from rehabilitating the Eastern Railway narrow gauge track to his home state of Gombe in the Northeastern Railway District. CCECC was awarded the 3.02 billion Eastern Railway contract in 2021, covering the reconstruction and rehabilitation of the railway network from Port Harcourt to Maiduguri, passing through 12 states. The contractor reportedly completed the Port Harcourt to Aba section in November 2024 and handed it over to the Nigerian Railway Corporation (NRC) on November 29, 2024. However, sources claim the minister redirected the project to Gombe to strengthen his governorship ambition for 2027. The minister had initially announced that the next phase of the project will cover Aba Enugu. However, insider alleged that the contractor was instructed to bypass Umuahia, Enugu and Makode and begin work on the Gombe-Bauchi line instead. On November 29, 2024, Senator Al-Kande stated during the official handover of the completed Port Harcourt-Aba section of the Eastern Narrow Gauge Railway project to the Nigerian Railway Corporation that from Aba, we are going to proceed to Enugu and from Port Harcourt to Oneport and Port Harcourt, so Oneport and Port Harcourt, so that we will be able to put freight service. However, sources told Sahara Reporters that shortly after handing over the Port Harcourt segment to the NRC, the minister swiftly redirected the project to his home state for political reasons. He pulled out the contractors and directed them to Gombe, his state, to start working on Gombe-Bauchi line with the aim of boosting his chances of governorship ambition in 2025, said a source. Another insider at the NRC said the information we got contrary to the minister's statement that the next segment is from Aba to Enugu is that the contractors has been directed to jump Umuahia, Enugu Makode and relocate to Gombe to continue the reconstruction of Gombe to Bauchi segment. So the article continues, but let me stop here. What I'm trying to say and establish in this video is that time without number, they have played with people from the old eastern region, and most of the time including the middle belt. So it's a pity that people, the Southeasterners don't have people who will stand for them and talk. They don't have, it's only sometimes Ugochiri, let me not be biased. Sometimes it's only Ikenga Ugochiri that always come out to voice out to do. It's not fair. And that is why we always know it's going to be like this always. That is why we advocate for this country to separate. There is no going back about it. This country can't work. Anyway, listen to the submission of Senator Ume before.
The budget presented yesterday was a very ambitious budget with very huge financial provisions in the highlighted sectors. I don't want to go into the economics of the budget, but I was wondering how 1,500 naira for $1 will bring down inflation from 34% to 15%. I'll leave that to work out. Let me go straight to where I have concern. Mr. President, my concern is on the infrastructure proposed by Mr. President to be built in 2025. During the budget speech, Mr. President highlighted that Sokoto-Badagry Highway will be built and the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway will be built. I was waiting to hear that the president will build the Port Harcourt Maiduguri railway line, which is the Eastern Rail Line. You will recall that I brought a motion here for the federal government to build the Eastern Rail Line, and that motion was co-sponsored by 35 senators. It was unanimously resolved that the president should build standard gauge rail from Port Harcourt to Maiduguri. All the senators on that corridor co-sponsored that motion. So I was expecting a legacy project, Eastern Rail Line, running from Port Harcourt to Maiduguri. But it does appear that it has been overlooked again. Looking at the budget,
We have not seen the details now. This is
I've
the bill.
seen the provision on land transportation. What we have there is 223 billion. 223 billion. We have looked at it, and it is obvious with the ongoing projects from Kaduna to Kano, Kano to Maladi, and other rail lines under construction, that Port Harcourt Maiduguri rail line can hardly be there. So I want to draw the attention of the Senate to that. Let's hope that it is in the breakdown as you are hoping. But in the event that it is not there, I would like the Senate to intervene, because the government has just announced free train ride starting from 20th December to 6th of January for the holidays. There's no rail line in that corridor. So I pray that the Senate should consider
Your time
that,
is off.
Senate should consider that project to include it in the 2025 appropriation. Thank you, Mr. President.
Senator Hussein Babangida.
I would like to say that the statement of Mr. President CNC in talking about the milestone achieved in implementing a 2024 budget is not really reflected by the facts on the ground, because it talks about the revenues in record numbers. It talks about implementing expenditure up to 85% by the third quarter. But in the oversight functions that we undertook over the last 1 month, almost all the MDS got only about 20% of the capital budget. So it means that all the revenue we have been generating has been expended in recurrent. Therefore, not much development has taken place. Secondly, Mr. President, I think it is good to talk about implementing legacy infrastructure projects. You know, one of my colleagues have mentioned the Badagry Sokoto Highway and the Lagos Calabar Coastal Road. Mr. President, we have roads, highways within the country that are in very bad state. I would expect that we will also focus on rehabilitating existing roads that are in the country. Finally, Mr. President,
not threatening the country. We are not threatening the sovereign nation, but you know that you Nigerian government, are in a sovereign nation killing our people, and we said enough is enough. We will rise to the occasion, and you will see how determined we are to leave that contraction called Nigeria. If you know what is good for you, allow the Igbos to go.
That what we have today is inevitable. Do not accept that you cannot transform anything. Look at the impact that youth movements have had in the world with fundamental changes that took place afterwards. So, if we want to change the world, we need to fight. If we want to change the world, we need to unite, we need to mobilize, we need to fight for a better future for all, and that means to fight those that want to keep things as they are because they serve their interests, but in a way that would put into jeopardy the perspective.
Of Nigerian son sitting with a terrorist. Now, most of you know who Gumi is. Gumi is the man that first of all said that give Igbos gun to kill IPOP. Give Igbos gun to kill IPOP. What does that mean? Give Igbos gun to kill Igbos. That's what it means. This is the same man who goes as far as negotiating with the terrorists in the forest to release the people that they have gone to kidnap in villages. And this same man goes back to the government, presidents, governors, and liaise with them for how much they are going to give to these terrorists in their forest. Now, why I call the Tinubu's administration terrorists is for this reason. You cannot have a terrorist negotiator around you and then you turn around to call the Igbos terrorists. So, Biafrans, I want you to understand that whatever these people are doing, we are watching them with our two eyes. We are watching them. Tinubu will remain a terrorist. He will remain a drug lord that he is, and a certificate forger that is always known him for. We are not scared of telling Tinubu who he is. And more also, we want to tell General Christopher Musa, your days are counting down to remove all your terrorist army and the IG of police, remove all your policemen in our land. And most especially, for the first time, I'm going to tell Asari Dokubo to remove all your terrorists in our soil, because very soon we will match them fire for fire. We are saying this for the world to understand where we are coming from, because you cannot be in our land and kill our people and go scot-free. It will never happen again. Now, I'm going to show you the video of our what is it called? Illegitimate president's son sitting with a terrorist negotiator. A man that goes to the forest to negotiate with terrorists. A man that goes there and sits with the terrorists and come and negotiate with them. There were some girls that they are arrested in Chibok, and this man was their intermediary within the terrorists and the government, and now is working freely. Why our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who stood his ground on getting Biafra, is being kidnapped from Kenya and detained illegally in DSSS facility. Today, what is happening? All the people that are talking rubbish about Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, that if Mazen Simon Ekpa does not cease fire, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu would have been out. Bianco Onowu came out, or Ojukwu came out and said, oh, the reason why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has not been released is because of the activities of Simon Ekpa. Now Simon Ekpa is no more in the picture. What is happening? The Nigerian terrorist government are looking for every avenue to nail, to jail, and to even kill our supreme leader. But God will not allow that to happen. And we will fight Nigeria with everything we've got. Everything we've got. If Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not released. We don't care what you people are thinking. We don't care what you believe in. We will fight Nigeria like never before. We are not threatening the country. We are not threatening the sovereign nation. But you know that you Nigerian government are in a sovereign nation killing our people, and we said enough is enough. We will rise to the occasion, and you will see how determined we are to leave that contraction called Nigeria. If you know what is good for you, allow the Igbos to go. So watch this video.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our August visitor has no much.
Fellow Biafrans, the message fall back Brigade is a message from the pit of hell. It's a message of humiliation and a message of deceit. Fall back to Brigade has a lot of implications. Ogenkere and his co-travelers were not happy when Biafra was declared, when United States of Biafra was declared. You can hear him say that what can he tell whoever that United States of Biafra was declared before time. And I know he was addressing his paymasters to listen to him. What are the implications of fallback to Briggy? Fallback to Briggy means that United States of Biafra is no more existing. Fallback to Briggy means that we, the United States of Biafra, has mortgaged their freedom. Fallback to Briggy means the United States of Biafra is no more in existence. Fallback to Briggy means the United States of Biafra is not moving forward. Fallback to Briggy means that all the effort the United States of Biafra had put together to move forward is all in vain. So fellow Biafrans, be articulate. And I know that the real Biafrans are intelligent. All this group of morons cannot and will not deceive the intelligent ones. Look at the summation of people that are passing information. People who are not brilliant. People who cannot read. People who cannot do anything that is reasonable in anything conviction. Still, they want to sell this dummy to a nation that's more than 70 million. It is a disgrace for whoever is disseminating this information. So if you are one of them, desist from this rubbish. Desist from this rubbish. If you don't have brain, borrow brain. If you don't have brain, borrow brain and think. Thank you.
Happening life in Okigwe, happening life in Okigwe, Abumulala, happening life in Okigwe, Abumulala. Ebubago, happening life in Okigwe, Abumulala. Nederane, Chimotako. Happening life in Okigwe, Abumulala. Nederane, we are in there now. Turn on, yeah. Motivity. Nederane. Kimotako. Kimotako, why not, yeah? Timotako. Yeah, but we put Oba. Damotanso. Big up pop, big up pop that. We are not there now. Happy life in Okigwe. Happy life in Okigwe. Happy life in Okigwe. Happy life in Okigwe. Tashino. Mpa.
Kana ya wanne omega go live o. Ma happy na ha ni anu le. Omega live ata Okigwe abumulolo Okigwe. Ozuga na ndị bago free na. Imana ndị agara obi nara MPs 170,000 ha sị na muji loud na akpa. Because of loud ha na mengwale na because of gịnị. Abago moto ha ọkụ na yota onye ọbụla nọ n'ọsọ. Ọsọ ya mela nwanne.
This is the kidnappers that has been kidnapping our people in Okigwe State. The JTF, the Nigerian JTF, that is keep killing and kidnapping and selling the organs of our people. So the Asawana boys, the Asaredokobo boys, that is terrorizing the Okigwe axis, that is terrorizing the areas in Okigwe, Abumlola, Arondizog, Ndogbo Yoma, all those target base that are terrorizing around these communities. This we engage them. The men on ground engage them. There is time for everything. We engage them man to man, and you can see the result through the video. On a live and direct, live and direct. Today being Sunday, 9th of March 2025. Abomololo precisely Koneme. The JTF, we are neutralizing them. The men on ground are neutralizing the JTF. There's no terrorist. We are not going to allow any terrorist, any Asawana, any Bubago, any Okiso, any Caterpillar in any form. We are not going to tolerate that. The men on ground, all hail to General Butozo, all hail to General Gentoke.